Hey there, it's me, Brian Nestline with TeachSelfAwareness.com. Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to talk about 2021, what we need to be doing this year to really blow the whole thing wide open, shift our identity into that version of ourself that we have always wanted to be. Now look, we know that 2020 was pretty messed up, but who cares? Why do I say it like that? Because we're not going to bring in any of that old garbage, any of the worry, any of the panic, any of the fear. We're not bringing any of that energy into 2021 with us. We must let it go. And it's going to be easy to let it go. Why? Because it's already passed. And we are people who are living in the present. Now, shifting your identity into your conscious awareness space is what this has always all been about. And you can do it easily when you just recognize that you are a conscious awareness living inside of your personal life. Now, this past year in 2020, I was transformed in ways that I could not even have imagined. I would never have been able to go through it if I had to live that whole year in one day. But because I was conscious and aware and awake as a spiritual being having a Brian experience, I was able to navigate the twists and turns, the shadows of 2020. I was able to get through my personal life. And I was able to dig down deep and really get into all of that new energy and that new insight and carry it in to 2021. I'm so glad that this transformation has happened. In fact, I was just saying that 2020, if it was a person, it would be a good friend of mine, because these events that happen in our life, whether they are positive or negative, and especially if they're negative, it doesn't matter. They are all there to help us unlock new energy, shift our identity, give us real life challenges in the moment to deal with our emotional disturbances and the information that disturbs us so that we can learn how to better handle that battle with our shadow. So 2020, thank you. Thank you for being who you were. And thank you for moving on, because 2020 is over and 2021 is going to be all about what we are going to do to project into our reality what we want to step right into. It's super easy when you know you are a conscious awareness, a spirit awake inside of your personal self. What do I mean by that? Well, our self is just made out of a bunch of details, events, emotions, circumstances, little facts. My name's Brian. I'm wearing a gray shirt. I'm making a YouTube video on my channel, Teach Self-Awareness. This is just little data. And if you think about it, and if you're honest about looking deeper, you'll see there has been this quiet awareness that's been inside of you as you the whole time. It has been there through 2020 and all the years before that. And it's what is truly surviving eternally to go into 2021. There's no real big deal about this. It's just recognizing that you are spiritually awake. You can do that when you can put a language and a label on it. Just notice that you are a oh my God, conscious awareness inside of my personal life. It's a safe place to be able to navigate 2021. Now, up there in your conscious space, which really is solid self-awareness, that fourth dimension of our makeup, because we are physical, mental, and emotional beings, but we're also a consciousness and awareness of our physical, mental, and emotional self. What we're going to do in 2021 is so easy. We're going to use our faith space, our conscious space, our imagination space to be able to do quantum shifts, quantum leaps, quantum jumping into parallel realities, just different scenarios. Parallel reality is just a word to say we're going to shift off of what the world would have us do, and instead we're going to create that timeline by our imagination, our conscious connection up here. It's been said that things are created twice. First up here in our consciousness, in our imagination, and then they're played out as a reflection on earth. We're just living in a reality that's reflective of what's inside of us. We hear it in things like the Bible. Out of the contents of our hearts, our situations arise, where we hear it from Einstein saying things like, imagination is more important than what we know, because what we know is limited to only what we've done and experienced, but what we can imagine, that includes what we already know, and then it builds on that to be able to provide a blueprint for everything we could ever know. So in 2021, We're just going to walk through the world as revelators, as those who can claim something on faith and watch it get reflected back in their reality. It's going to be a big year for you, for me, for everyone, because people like myself, people like Doughty, people who have walked the path, Tony Robbins, these are people who bothered to know that they can create their reality just by what they're imagining and feeling with interest. Then they know that it gets reflected back, and that 2021 is just going to be a year of beautiful reflections and projections that we choose. So definitely subscribe to my channel. Come with me on this journey in 2021 as we move up into that whole new world, that whole 5D reality, that whole transformed reality. Whatever words we want to call it, it doesn't have to sound all space-like and strange. It's just basically a brand new you, a brand new version of yourself that you can create by what you focus on with your awareness. And it's important to know that that's who you really are, 51% consciousness, 49% physical, mental, and emotional being. We're going to go forward in 2021 in a big way. Subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that it says, you have to move the bell so that it says, give all the videos that Brian creates to my in-bin so that I can know when a new one comes out. I'm going to be here for you. That's why I exist. One of the big reasons, at least. One facet of the diamond of my personal life is to be here to make these videos to help you along your spiritual path. Spiritual tips for your spiritual trip, psychic oracle card readings to give you information that can truly lead to transformation if you apply it in your life. Anyhow, enjoy your day. What? Enjoy 2021. Enjoy living the best self you can. Enjoy your awareness.